So we did have this, but now we have this. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and there have been some changes in my sim room. Now, first of all, if it's the first time you've seen any of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button and comment away with anything you think that might help me on what I'm about to show you. So I've just completed 1 year of sim racing on PC. I've been sim racing on an Xbox up until that for about 4 years, since COVID really, and things have progressed. I started with the Logitech and a play seat. The Logitech, that sort of wore thin quite quickly, and after about 3 or 4 weeks I changed up to the Thrustmaster TSXW, and that's lasted the best part of 4 years. The play seat went earlier this year. We moved up to the GT track seat, and I've got to say that was a big step up. It's a lot more solid, a lot more comfortable, and I can sit in it for hours without getting backache. But now it was time for the next step, and I might have chosen the wrong time to make that next step, because currently in the LFM Championships with the Seto Corsa, I'm leading Division 2 in the Seat Cupra TCRs and also in the Super Tourings. So I decided it would be a really good idea to ditch the Thrustmaster and change over to a Moza R12. Now, the reason for doing this after a year, I wanted to upgrade, but it was a question of saving. You know, the Moza kit is not cheap, but as I'm coming up to my birthday and a little present from my mother arrived. Thank you very much, Mum. You have contributed to this, and I've contributed to it as well. And now I've got a great bit of kit, which hopefully will make me faster in the championships coming up. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Moza R12 is direct drive, and you get a lot more feel and feedback through it. But you do also need to spend a lot more time setting it up to make it feel right. One of the biggest problems I had with the Thrustmaster, I upgraded to the load cell pedals, and I was bottoming the pedal out even with the strongest brake setting. I asked the guys in the shop when I went to go and get the Moza kit, and I said, the CRP load cell pedals, are they a stronger pedal? Have I got more feel in it? They said definitely. Well, we're about to find out. So first of all, let's unbox everything. Okay, so let's get on with unboxing the first one, the R12 direct drive wheelbase. What have we got in here? This is where I find out I can't open boxes. I should probably open these first just to find out if I could open them easily, but probably get in there eventually. They're well packaged. Very well packaged. So inside the box, I am hoping we're going to find everything we need. First of all, we have the instruction booklet. We won't need that, I'm a man. We have the power cable. We have USB cable and some mounting screws and a thoughtfully placed Allen key in there as well. Always important because I lose those. Useless styrofoam of some sort. Ooh. We have the power supply, which actually goes into the unit to power it up. And then a nice little bag. What's this all about? God, it's heavy. It's really heavy. Let's get rid of that. So in here we have our wheelbase in a nice thoughtfully made bag. Now that is a nice bit of kit. Okay, we've got all the connectors on the back. So we've got pedals, dash, shifter, handbrake and e-stop. Also the USB and the power cable and a power button as well. E-stop is if you're running it quite strong and you get into an instant where the wheel knocks backwards and forwards, left and right, you can hit the e-stop button and it stops it all, but we shouldn't need that. So that is our R12 Moza steering wheel base. Next we have the Moza Racing CRP racing pedals, master the art of baking. No, it says braking, don't worry. This is going to be equally as well packaged, so let's see if we can get into this. I see lots more useless styrofoam. These always never slide out quite the way you want them to, do they? So let's see. Now I have been advised that you need to put these together, which I'm hoping I don't. That bit of box wasn't good. Let's see what we've got in here. This might be upside down, I'm not sure. Base plate, yes. We need to build these. Can't wait. Oh wow. We have our instruction booklet. Hopefully that will tell me how to build them. Then, oh, sorry for the squeaks. Then we have bits. We have a metal plate. Oh, Moza. Then we have, I assume, this is the important bit. So in here, we have a couple of things. We've got our lead, so we can either connect to the PC or directly to the wheelbase. We have lots of carefully made nuts and bolts and screws and washers. Washers are always important, kids. Use washers. If you don't use washers, things come loose. Trust me, I've done it before. We have a full set of Allen keys and a spanner, which is brilliant because that means I don't need to go and get my toolkit. But these springs and elastometer or elasto parts, these are springs to help with the resistance on the pedals. Now I quite like a strong pedal, so I'll be looking for the strongest combination of that. And then I have 3 bags. This is all very exciting, isn't it? Wake up. I know you're all falling asleep. So, first pedal. Let's have a look and see what's in here. We have another one of these lovely little bags. Oh, they didn't write Moza on it this time. I'm upset. This one, let's have a look. This will be, not sure. Could be clutch, could be brake. Could be, no, it's not accelerator. It's quite strong, so that could be brake. So, one pedal there. Very, very nicely made. Aluminium, aircraft grade apparently. It's adjustable, so you can adjust the pitch here, so you can have it a little bit lower or higher. I like that, but I'll probably leave it where it is, to be honest. So that will be one of my pedals. What do we have here? Another pedal. Hopefully everything's in these boxes, because I'll be quite upset if I open all these up and nothing's all in there and some of it's missing. Here I believe this to be the throttle pedal, a nice big plate mounted from the floor, and it's got quite good resistance on it actually. I like that. Okay, cool. And then last but not least, the last pedal, of which we haven't found out what it is yet. I have a feeling this might be the brake, not sure. Looking at the diagram, it could be either. Just undo the little knot there, or not, or not. Open this one up. Okay, so this has just got, this is your clutch pedal. Okay, so this is clutch, and this has got a 3-point release on that. So this is my clutch pedal. There we go. And brake and accelerator, that will all be going together later. Next up is the Moza Racing again, RSV2 steering wheel, dream racing at your fingertips. Love these silly little phrases that they've got at the end, which have probably been badly translated from another language. This is not the wheel I wanted. I actually wanted the one down from this. For no other reason, it was just a bit cheaper, but this does everything that I want. So let's see what we've got in this box. Steering wheels are always more exciting, aren't they? Okay, so again, lots of this black styrofoam stuff in there. It's good to see that it's environmentally friendly. I have to say, from what I've seen of the Moza products so far, they're very, very well packaged. They're very, very well made as well, which I like. The Thrustmaster, bless it, tied in with Sparko, great, did the job. It lasted me 4 years. This was really good, and I'm expecting this to last the same, if not longer. Let's see how we get on. So, we got stickers. So we do have an instruction leaflet, but we've got some stickers here, so I can personalise the buttons, so I can remember what they are. To be fair, I had that with the Thrustmaster and I didn't label any of them, I just pressed the ones that I know I need. But useful to have, so we'll keep hold of that, unlike all the other instructions. Then what have we got? We've got another bag. Let's get rid of that. Oh, it feels nice, and we'll get rid of that as well. So we have another Moza Racing bag here, which I can't make look like Moza Racing. There we go, it's sort of like that. Let's see what's in this one. I know what's in this one because I've looked at the box. It's a stupid thing to say, wasn't it? Now they've knotted these for some reason, I don't know why. Oh, I like these. I like this. This is nice. I like this. I can't get it off, but I like it. There we go. So, this is the Moza V2 steering wheel. Leather covered. I would have liked suede, but they don't do one. Lots of buttons I can map. I've still got the menu buttons that I can go through. I can use this for glancing left and right and back, which actually is quite handy. It's better to have rather than a button. These are already marked, so I've got box, I've got wipers, pit lane limiter, flasher, park, reverse, S2, S1, traction, neutral. But the reason I wanted one of these is these brake bias. I can adjust on the fly, and also traction control. Now that won't work on certain games, but on something like Assetto Corsa Competizione it will do. On the back we've got these nice paddles. Now you'll notice there are two paddles. They're on each side. They're carbon fibre. They've got a nice feel to them. Now what you'll find is the bottom one has got a little bit more movement. So if I move the bottom paddle here as opposed to the top one, that's a click. This is more of a linear feel to it. This actually can be used as a clutch. Okay, so that's a clutch. And here we have the Moza Racing GS V2P steering wheel. Push it to the limit. I'm loving these little phrases. Again, very well packaged. What we got? What we got? Oh, we've got another Allen key. I'll never be short of Allen keys, but lots of stickers to put on the wheel as well, which we can customize the buttons. We've got DRS, cam, start, clutch, ABS, all sorts of buttons there that we can then tailor to the steering wheel and for whatever we're racing. Inside we've got another bag, Moza Racing. How's this come out? There we go. Let's get rid of the box. Now I've seen this before. It's a nice bit of kit, this. Let's take it carefully out. There we go. We have the Moza wheel. So all the buttons are there again, similar to the previous wheel. A few more though. So we've got rotary dials for the diff, for ABS, for traction control, for even engine map and also for turbo boost if it's relevant. We've got 2 joysticks, one either side, glancing left and right. We're going through menus. We've also got brake bias, we've got an ERS adjuster there as well, and various other buttons. Now, the other thing I didn't mention, on the previous wheel, we've got an LED bar here, and that is actually a shift light. Bit of a pseudo leather. I'm not overly impressed with that. It's okay, but it's not brilliant. At least it's not rubber, because I've used some of the rubber ones, they're not very nice. But other than that, it's quite a nice bit of kit. On the back, same thing again, we've got a clutch, and we've got a more positive gear change as well. And there's a clutch on each side if you needed it. So yeah, very, very nice bit of kit. I am quite pleased with all of this. And now everything's all out of the boxes, it's time to put it all together. So here we go. Haha, it works. Right, I've installed Pithouse. I don't know what Pithouse does. Really don't. So we're going to have a look. I'm just having a look at the games that are on. Oh good, WRC is there. Right, so I'm going to show you my screen, which is here. There we go. This is what you can see. So if I turn the wheel, you can see the wheel turns. And that's about where I'd want it, to be fair. I'm just wondering actually if this works. 360. Oh, it's got a lock. Okay. So if I set it at 540. Okay. So it actually gives me a proper lock. Sorry for sounding stupid. I didn't know this happened. Let's have a look at throttle. Set as max, because it wasn't quite giving me max. There we go. Brakes. Oh, wonderful. That's going to take a while to get used to. Brakes are a lot heavier than they were before. Okay, set at max, that's done. Force feedback intensity, I'm going to set that at 60%, which is what I've been told. Now, to be honest, I'm not going to go through everything on Pithouse. There's loads of videos on YouTube of people who A, understand it, and B, can explain it a lot better than I do. So that's pretty much how you set everything up, how you build it. You can see, you can build everything and install it in about 4.5 minutes. Now, during that very sped up build, you probably would have seen me grabbing a hammer. That was a joke. Little did I know I'd actually need it at one point. So what have I found since I've fitted the kit? Well, first of all, I needed to adjust everything on my rig. It was in slightly different places to where it was with the Thrustmaster kit. The brakes were a little bit, or the pedals were a little bit further towards me, so I've had to level those out, move them away from me. They're now pretty good. I have put the strong spring in the brake pedal. It's now a bit too strong, so I'm pleased about that. So those of you who've got Thrustmaster LCM pedals and you find that it's not strong enough, or you're bottoming the pedal out, the Mozas, they will not bottom out as easily, so you can get the pedal feel that you want. I just need to play with it. Now, it says in the instructions about undoing 2 screws and pushing the little pin out. I needed a hammer to get that pin out. If you're going to adjust it, it's best to take the brake pedal off first. It's a lot easier to manage. Those of you also think that getting the 2 washers back in place when you put it all back together, it's not difficult. Use a screwdriver, push it through the hole, it lines everything up, then you can put the pin back in. Those of you who have got a Moza or are about to get Moza CRP pedals will know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you who haven't, it's irrelevant. Also, one, I don't know if it's a bugbear, I don't know if it's a complaint, it's just something I'm going to have to get used to, is the steering wheel with the Moza kit on the GT track, which I have, is a little bit tilted down. So it's tilted towards me, if you see what I mean. So you see it's that way and not that way. Now, not a massive issue. I don't mind that so much. I think I just have to get used to it. There's nothing I can adjust more to put it more upright. If I could put my seat down a little bit, if this was the GT, I think it's the Sprint, I'm not sure. There's one seat which is a little bit further back. It's more base for single seaters. It would actually be perfect. I can live with it. It'll be fine. I have had a quick go with Assetto Corsa Competizione and with Assetto Corsa, and it's going to take me a while to get back up to my times. I'm a good couple of seconds off my fastest times at the moment, but I think that's more about tuning the force feedback using the Pithouse software and then tuning it within game. One thing I have found, EA Sports WRC, the force feedback does not work. However, there is a fix for this, and there's lots of people who put a link up. I believe Overtake GG, formerly Race Department, they've also got a fix for it as well. So I will let you know what my findings are on that. Now, what I do like about the Moza kit, because it sounds like I'm just complaining about things, the quality is amazing. It's all aircraft grade aluminium. The leather is nicely done, even though I would rather have had a suede wheel. The buttons feel good. The click on the gear shift and the auto clutch feels nice and precise. There's no play in the steering wheel, which I know sounds silly, but those of you with a Thrustmaster TSXW will know that the wheel used to rock about a little bit. I got used to it. The feel is night and day. It really is. So if you're looking to upgrade, I would suggest, yes, it's a good idea if you're looking at the Moza products. Looking at the different strengths, R5, R9, R12, 16, and I believe there's a 21 as well. 5 is a little bit weaker than the TSXW, but you will get better feel. The 9 is a bit more, as the name suggests. However, there are talk and things on the internet that says that the R5 and R9 can overheat. The R12, generally, you will turn it down a little bit, so it won't ever get to a point that it overheats, and nobody's reported any overheating problems. 16 and 21, unless you're a Formula 1 driver, you don't need it. Hopefully, all of that helps into maybe making your decision into upgrading your kit as well. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Moza, and the shop that I bought it from, I refuse to mention because I work within the track where they rent a space, and I didn't get any discount. Those of you who live in the UAE will probably work out who it is. Now, if they're willing to give me discounts on things in the future, then I will name them. So currently it is 12:45 on a Friday. I'm going to be spending the next 2 days practicing with this. I'll see you on track.